Yes, okay. No, very true. That means that's then there a week.
There's also a need for
Stockholm, and the topic is development and nutrition.
But the other thing
and
is,
that will hopefully be in September 2015. Anybody knows?
August.
August, okay. So then is there a clash with the...
Nutrition, not nutrient.
Okay.
Otherwise it was really close.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's why I'm asking you to. It's water and development. And it's in August, and maybe we should say this is less important now. Okay. So, yes. Right. And that is when in August?
I think it's the 23rd to the 28th.
23rd to the 28th. The Dry Toilet Conference in Finland, when is this? No, not true. Yes, that's why I know that you have it in your bag, so that's why I'm asking.
Arne,
Yes.
there's a Women and Water conference.
And when is that? And while you take this out, this is Amsterdam. You type it in.
Swedish gets involved.
In May is the Klimakonferenz for recovery, resource recovery. May 2015.
Where, in Timbuktu or?
May in Poland.
In Pune, India. And there's Poland. In Poland. But there's as well something in Goa. The Terra Preta?
Yeah.
When is that?
That is 18 and 21 of May 2015.
They are planning it. So they are still looking for
Okay, so but
coordinators.
it's probably in spring?
No.
We should go there.
And this is all? So we have... You could take or you ask Melech to type in her...
No, stay there. Yeah, working together. Sure.
Okay, but we had... Did? In November? Yes. Between 24th, so it's totally in parallel.
What am I writing now?
Okay, so maybe they can reconsider, or they make they shift the Stockholm Water Week. These are the two options they have.
Maybe
Claudia, the Terra Preta one, is it in spring, summer, autumn?
Autumn. If it's in autumn.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's already time to put it there.
Okay, so we keep it
I'm
secret.
not so much involved.
Can we keep the years clear? Yeah.
What does it mean?
Years start, the conferences start in 2014, Lisbon, and when they probably
Okay,
as well.
sorry, there are a few of them are. This is 14. The first two are in 14.
WRC is also. Do you have a date? Or
21st until 26th of September, Lisbon.
21st,
21 to
26th?
26th, yeah.
Yes. And this other
When they,
information?
I don't know.
It's next week, 15 to 18.
Okay, so
It's actually the first one. I only knew the immediately after.
Where is Welling? In?
Somewhere in Asia.
I don't know where they are.
Yes, but you don't have to write that out because.
People know.
Jack will be doing something as well. Also the
And this is currently 24th to 28th, so it's really.
This one's going to. Oh.
That's really a pity. Okay.
World Water Forum, it's April 12 to 17.
Yeah, it's soon.
Okay.
April 12 to 17?
Yes. World Water
So let me look in the agenda. What is my task? My task is as well to look into the future, and that's that one.
Ja, natürlich.
Okay, what I can, if I start, next activities and SuSanA and wrap up. So what I can say is that I think we became quite, I think it became quite clear from what Thilo was presenting and what I was presenting this morning, which will be new focus areas of SuSanA. So I don't think I have to repeat that. I think the discussion we had around the task forces, possible major items. So on the level of wrap-up, I can say I'm impressed, I'm excited, I'm very happy because I think it was very fruitful and it was very focused, and I think it gets us ready for a year, 2015, which will be an exciting and maybe a very lively year. That we will, we have that roadmap, and the roadmap process was started exactly under the heading that Arno was mentioning, that the vision document might have some references which should be sort of be adapted. So the first part of the roadmap document is actually not a roadmap, it's repeating the vision, the cause, and so on. And I think we have as well enough rich material to look at the current version and to take this in, and then to share it with you and the core group, and then we have a sort of the 2014 version of the roadmap. And then a roadmap as well is looking at what are we doing really, what are the milestones, what are the events that are upcoming, and that's why I was putting this list up, because this will to an extent as well structure the activities of the network in the next year. And I sort of, there are some things which are easy. In Lisbon, some people are there, and something will happen. Yes, 2 in the room, and I think a few more. And I think Trevor already has organized that a site event is there, and the content is right, and fine. In WEDEC, it's yes, please. I think we always have to jump around with this.
Who is going to IWA conference? Lisbon, yes. Okay, good. Because we will probably do something maybe also on wastewater together with UNEP. So it's good to know who's there.
Yes, that's good. But Trevor has already sort of brought together a few people, and if you are as well going, maybe let it. I think there Trevor is the focal point, at least in getting people together and say, please talk to Stefan or whatsoever. WEDEC is similar. Despite Trevor, you writing there, should we say something to WEDEC? I think the mic is on. So,
WEDEC basically will have a SuSanA booth there. Our GIZ Vietnam program is supporting us in setting it up. We also have a number of the WEDEC colleagues that have also offered, and a couple of WaterAid folk as well have also offered to man the booth, which is great. Because we couldn't be in both places, Stockholm and then straight after WEDEC, from the secretariat, so we're very happy about that. And we also managed to send through the vision document and some other core documents to get translated into Vietnamese, so it comes a bit better to the local folks there. Over.
Yeah, so that leads into having sort of a regional hub or space in the web space where there's some Vietnamese material, because that leads on to the January 2015 Fecal Sludge Management Conference in Hanoi, and I think there really a number of SuSanA partners will be there, and definitely we'll have a good presence and a number of activities. And I wonder, there'll be definitely a side event, there'll be a seminar, and well, I think that's quite clear. And but if we go chronologically back, then the next thing would be WRC, Gender, Water and Development. Yes?
In Nairobi, 22nd to 26th of September 2014.
You captured that? You continue talking on it while Trevor is typing it in.
Like that?
Okay, and is there, what is this? So a delegate from the Beijing University will be there. Anybody else from the SuSanA network is there?
Jean Labec.
Okay, okay. Right. So, I,
22nd to 26th in Nairobi.
okay, so that would be something for the French world, Francophone world in Nairobi. or how do I take it? Okay, I think we'll note it down and we'll. What is the procedure? For those where we don't know what's happening, we'll invite, if anybody from the group is doing something there, maybe you let us know, you let the secretariat know. If there are more than 3 organizations there, or 5 or 10, then we can consider, should we do something under the banner of SuSanA, a side event or something. So otherwise it's just letting you know. And I think we'll ask for your feedback, and if something is there with only one person from SuSanA, we might not keep it in the list of events of relevance for SuSanA activities. Still, it's a relevant meeting then.
And then before Lisbon is also, after Lisbon, is the 4th EWA Specialist Conference in Resource-Oriented Sanitation, 2nd to 4th of November in Muscat, Oman.
Yes. But I doubt that we'll be able to organize big things for in 2 weeks. So I think we should put the focus more on those which are a little more in the future and where there is a potential that we are there in a strong presence and can do something. Okay. Okay. Right. So WRC, I'm coming back to WRC. You mentioned it, Madeline?
Yeah, I have been.
Ah, yes, I have to. Sorry, because of the living rooms around the globe.
Yeah, we have. This is a series that I don't know. It's organized by WRC, Global Water Partnership, and whatever. It was supposed to be organized in January this year, and then it has been postponed twice, at least. So I had once the intention to go there, and I still have. And there will be a lot of people from the NGOs now. We're talking NGOs and women or whatever. So I can see what the WRC are planning, and at least I will capture something there and bring down material.
When is that now?
It's in
Where? Okay. So, but that's more that you'll go and a few others, and you'll bring material and you bring back the messages from there. So it's, if you have the energy to do more, let Trevor know, and then we'll share it with others to let them join in. Okay, then next is World Water Day every year. World Toilet Day, yes, and okay, Thilo.
Just so that everyone's aware of the World Toilet Day activity that that the World Toilet Organization and around Jack Sims organizing this year, just trying to get you in the mindset to contribute. On the 9th of November, so 10 days before the day, with a minister, he begins to run in an urgent run in Singapore. And then he's mobilized, I think, 10 countries so far. So in, I don't know, Mozambique, Tanzania, wherever. We will be doing it in Germany on the 10th. So, but basically between that 9th, when they begin running in Singapore, to the 19th, when they want to run into the UN building, if you, your organization, your local partners, you can pass it to, I don't know, schools that want to do a little run and take a picture, contribute. I think this is something very easy that yeah, we can all contribute, send a picture, collect the pictures, upload it, and yeah, and create a big activity out of lots of little ones.
Thank you very much, Thilo. I was thinking that, okay, in Germany we have talked to Thilo that how can we support it, and that's why it was out of my head. But this is the place to invite you all in your context and countries to think if there's something small you can organize which might have a big effect. So,
And I guess to incentivize that, Jack has basically said, you know, do it also around your NGO if you want to use it for fundraising. I don't know if you can get some schools to run a few laps for sanitation in your projects, or to do. He basically use it for whatever you feel is good.
Good, thank you. So we've made it already not to the end of this year, no? Yes, now we're jumping into 2015, and that's the Fecal Sludge Management 3 in Hanoi. Many of us are supporting it. It will be a bigger thing, but for the sake of time, I won't dive into that deeply now. And then we have a new event that popped out during the Stockholm Water Week due to Ebola. The AfricaZone will not happen in October. Probably, maybe it will happen in May 2015. We originally were thinking to organize the 19th SuSanA meeting next to the AfricaZone. So that's actually one of the serious questions here. Usually with the Stockholm meeting at the latest, we are fixing let's say the South SuSanA meeting. So that stands as a suggestion, though it's still a bit of vague thing, because they have not really fixed now, is it May or not? That's what Piers Cross was mentioning earlier the week. If it's not this one, I would think then where else in Africa, but I don't see another. I think we should go to Africa, simply speaking, to involve again Africa. I think there are enough things happening in Asia with the FSM in Vietnam and other things. So is there any other good idea for a South SuSanA meeting somewhere between now and Stockholm next year? So that's on the table. I think that's, if there are no other strong good idea, that's what we will follow up and hope that the AfricaZone time gets fixed soon, and then that we do something useful there. Okay, World Water Forum Korea. Here, Stefan, your turn. A number of organizations will be there. The question is how SuSanA could engage, and if and where.
We have been struggling ourselves for a number of years. We have never been at the World Water Forum really doing something, but this time we have agreed to contribute. The business sector is there in big number. The international countries are there in big number, and the point is not so much the event itself, but the preparatory process in order to have an opportunity really to prepare things so that the topics on the forum do cover priorities which we think are important. So Christophe Le Jaillet, he is from PSO. He's in the design group for a specific topic, and one of the issues within this is wastewater, where we have volunteered to be the coordinator of that. And on the way to Korea, there's a conference in Paris in November this year. So whoever thinks that messages from SuSanA should be conveyed in a specific way, or if we can take up material or documents and make people aware that there is something like a Sustainable Sanitation Alliance, we're happy to take that to Korea and also to share positive or not so positive impressions from the whole exercise. So I would like to distribute, to make you aware about this preparatory conference in Paris later this year, and whoever would like to link up a little bit more with the French side, we can take information forward. So this is actually what I wanted to say. The second point about the World Water Forum, I just mentioned the issue of wastewater, and EHAWAG SUNDEC is taking place in parallel to issue number 2, which is fecal sludge management. So these two things are covered by EHAWAG and Border. There's another issue on cities, which is covered by PSO. It will translate actually just in a session in Korea of 120 minutes maximum. So there's very little time, but it's a space to convey messages. A new process is coming up for the first time in Korea. It's a science and technology process. So on behalf of an international coalition of NGOs, which is called the Butterfly Effect, Border has been mandated to be representing civil society in this preparatory process. So I thought of maybe linking up with the Science and Technology hub or forum of SuSanA. If there's an interest in that, I will maybe talk to you, Arno, and see how we can use the opportunity in order that this process and the forum doesn't forget about the innovation which is available around Sustainable Sanitation Network. So that's it. If any more questions, please come to me later on. If there's explanatory or something you have understood, or please come up with questions.
Okay, so I think otherwise we'll digest that with the core group, make a suggestion what we can do there, and then share that with the wider group. Okay, where are we now? We're in Korea in April. We have the clash of the Dry Toilet Conference, Finland, and the Stockholm Water Week, and let's see. Yes, so I think that's maybe there that can be somehow adapted to fit better. Okay.
In Poland.
In
May. Okay. There's no space on that. Okay. Can somebody? Yes. Okay. Dansk. Huh? Poland. Gdansk. There's one G. Like this? Okay. When? 18 to 21. Okay. And there's a title as well to it, which is a very useful title, I would guess. Yeah, yes. Something like something like that. Okay. Then Amsterdam International Water Week. You want to say a word why this will be of high importance for the SuSanA?
It's a lot of focus on sanitation. Again, the program's not finalized, but you see it's integrated solutions for a circular economy and resilient cities. It's it's a lot of focus on utilities, urban water, and they're getting more and more sanitation into that, and circular economy, the whole sustainability and recycling is into that as well.
Very
Innovative
good.
approaches.
And as you are putting together with Prit and Vishwanath something for the cities working group, maybe that could be along the lines, if any outcome could be of use for that conference. So I think that would be really good too, because it's a quite concrete aim in time. Yes?
And Amsterdam is already doing a lot of specific things, like they started collecting urines from all the big stadiums. I don't know if you heard that, the music stadiums and the football stadiums, stuff like
very
that.
good, very good.
This is not just for low and middle income countries, it's also for solutions in... Oh, that's great.
Okay, very good. Wash and Nutrition Germany, November 2015, I think that's GTO, or...
Well, with the...
Or is the global... No, it's Germany, it's GTO, huh? A Wash Network.
With, the German Wash Network has some funding to put together an event which we want to frame with the topic of wash and nutrition, and it is supposed to be, have an international audience, and and in this week we were just discussing, since that World Toilet Day has the focus on sanitation and nutrition, and with Ushi Ayat supporting that, we're confident that that'll be a big event for this issue, and look forward to having SuSanA members involved heavily.
You want to type it in? Okay. World Toilet Day as well on sanitation and nutrition. No, that's the UNSCAP. Thilo, you have to help me. That's the UNSCAP motto. No, that's the UN motto.
But it was by UN Water.
By UN Water. Okay. So it's expected to be something, and then there is a UNSCAP will stop existing with the end of 2015. So it's probably that during the end of 2015 they'll have a closing event or have an event to say farewell. And I think they plan as well to hand over a report to the Secretary General. So, and that might again be around the topic of sanitation and nutrition. So we can keep that in mind and can try to support them or to learn from them or whatsoever. Okay, I think that was a very good exercise. Few comments on that. Otherwise, I would sort of think I would hint that there's some other stuff standing there. But yes.
So I don't have comments, so I was just going to take the mic to whoever does have comments.
Okay. Okay, so then my wrap-up is maybe very...
Only comment would be just to let the chairs also have a quick one statement.
Yes.
Please.
Please do. Give your impression of this day.
Just a takeaway or take home or what you liked or didn't.
Takeaway, I'll have a curry. I really found this. I found this SuSanA meeting really interesting. I don't come to all of them, and I think, as I said yesterday, and it was repeated a couple of times, for me this is a real crossroads for SuSanA to really make a mark on what's becoming a much wider interest in sanitation and sustainable sanitation. And I think that's the key for us. It's the sustainable sanitation. So I go back to England sort of really invigorated with what we're doing, why we're doing it. And in the same way that I sort of said to Claudia in the WG7 meeting, you know, we're not on our own. It was really nice to see other people doing the same sort of things. It's also good to know there are so many like-minded souls who are trying to achieve the same goal in different ways. I've really liked the fact that we've been hearing about standards, because I think that's very important for us, even though we probably won't like it very much. But I think this is a really important part of our development if we want to really be involved in what's going to be a very exciting, I think, probably 5 years. So that's what I take home.
Yeah, I haven't really had time to digest my impressions yet, but yeah, there is obviously a lot of things happening and people going in somewhat different directions and in the same directions also, and it's a lot, so it's a bit hard to have get your mind around it. And I'm also thinking if everyone has great ideas and it works, but what happens afterwards? And everyone has a lot to do when they come home. How to keep this up and to actually put it into effect will be interesting to see also, and to have influence from so everyone share it together, because it's the idea of SuSanA, right? To share information and knowledge, and so. Yeah, but there is a lot of things happening, and it's fun to see that there are so many excited people that you're here at 4:30 on a Saturday, even though there's wine just outside.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. I think we've learned from the past meetings that this energy which is here, you cannot keep throughout the year that's coming. So we are modest in not raising too high expectation, and that's why I think we are reiterating, if it's not on your table as a task, don't promise or to have raised too high expectations. Otherwise, thank you for summarizing it like this. Maybe I would have been much too short, and now it's easy for me to be short. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this such a nice meeting. You're the the host. So I'll give the final word and closing to you, but I think that as well was for me a great exercise just to get it together, and we'll digest it and let it out and adapt the roadmap. Over to you, Madeleine. Thank you.
Yeah, me and Arno and some others here have been around these meetings. I think this is number 16 for me. Yeah, it was really nice. I see a lot of energy, new people and young people. So I'm really happy that you all came and that you are still with us. And we are so happy that we can host these meetings. Next year we might have to go to another room because it seems like we are pretty full. But I don't want to say anything, but I'm really happy that we always manage to meet here in Stockholm, even though you think maybe it's on a high level here. I still think the beauty of the network is to be on the high level, to have the visions, and also to try to implement them on the ground. I don't want to say anything to keep you from the wine. Thank you. Oh yeah, okay. Here comes the rough and the discussions. Everyone who has left a glass or a paper mug somewhere and still there, bring them to the kitchen at least, so we don't have to run around and get them. There is wine and some snacks here. And when the wine finishes, we will go down to a really nice place. You know, we are in a very nice setting here. It is actually, you are in one of the few national city, it's a city national park. And we're going down to the water, to a restaurant, and the German map is a little bit complicated, but if you follow in Swedish guides, you will get there quicker. But this is after the wine, so we will trigger. And it is also a very, very basic setting for tonight, but we hope you enjoy it because it's very nicely located, right on the water. So.
How old do you need to be?
Well, there are some limits for the youngest one, but anyhow. Hopefully not as noisy as last night. I have to work on this. Oh, yeah. Okay, this meeting I mean, one thing that I really would like to say is that we are happy to host this meeting, and we are even happier that we have a lot of interns coming in that are interesting to work with us. They don't know what they accept when they say they will come and be intern at SEI in August, because that means name tags, contacts with restaurants, and working on Saturdays and being here. And we have also, and that's the same thing for the German interns that comes here also. We have seen many of you coming here as interns, and you are now highly professional. So we hope, thank you very much, Fredrika, and the rest of the interns that are here with us, that you came up especially for this. I know, you came yesterday or something like that. So we hope to see you in the network as a highly professional sanitation work. We are fostering you. Pillars, and Arno as well. And it's very good. Arno came back yesterday and gave it all the energy we needed also. Thank you.